A savage slam from Brown. What a quarter for Jaylen Brown.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Celtics Postgame Live. We're live at the NBA Finals where the Celtics just grabbed a 3-0 series lead. Tom Giles, Eddie House, Scal. What a game that was. Celtics with a 21-point lead. You saw Dallas make a huge run there to cut it to 1, but the Celtics making the plays down the stretch, Eddie.
Yeah, they did. It was defense, and they did it with their defense. When they needed to get stops, they got stops, and they closed out the possession with the rebound, and I thought the Jays stepped up with their 30-point performance. They outplayed the most prolific offensive duo to ever face the earth, to ever don the NBA jersey. They outplayed them on both sides of the basketball, and we come away with a win. One more.
I love the third quarter. I love the way that they just drove, kicked, extra pass. It was beautiful basketball, knocking down 3. I think they knocked down 7 in that third quarter. In the fourth quarter, downshifted a bit, but still found a way to win. And Jaylen Brown was huge throughout this game. Jason Tatum as well, but it is amazing. You go on the road, talk about the star players, and both the star players really delivered tonight.
Yeah, Jason Tatum with 20 points in that first half. Celtics were down by 1 at the break. Yet it kind of felt like you had seen the most that you were going to see from Dallas. Then in the third quarter, as we break it down, because I know that we have a bit of that run, Eddie, what did you really like about the third quarter? I know that it started on the defensive end.
It was defense, and defense spearheaded the offense. I thought the ball hopped around. Guys were attacking and collapsing the defense, getting open shots. And we talk about Jaylen and Jason, but we also got to talk about Derek White. I will say his 3 probably was the biggest 3 of the game when he hit that, because it was almost like we're going off the rails. Are we finna blow this lead? But guess what? He stepped up, knocked down a 3, but here in this third quarter, it was all about our offense because of our defense.
I just love the ball movement. I don't think they pressed at all. I just thought they got what they wanted. They took what the defense gave them, drove the ball, multiple passes, cutting guys. I think for one quarter, maybe our best quarter of the playoffs. I might be overreacting to that, but given the circumstances, that was an unbelievable offensive quarter for us.
And also, you go back to this midway through the first, Dallas had a 13-point lead. They came out, they were up 25-12 early, and you had to see the Celtics team respond, which they did. And a lot of that was Jason Tatum in the first half. Again, he had those 20 points in the first half, finished with 31, which was a team high for the Celtics. What did you think of Tatum's approach to this one?
I like his aggressiveness, and I knew he was going to play a lot more aggressive because the floor was going to be spaced. Listen, it's not a knock on Porzingis. Like, we want to work those matchups, but when he's out of there, the ball flying around, guys driving, kicking, multiple efforts, we knew that Celtics were going to go to that. I love how they responded, and it wasn't just Tatum. I thought Tatum did a good job of setting guys up, but give credit to Hauser coming off the bench, knocking a few shots down. Give credit to Jaylen Brown as well, but Jason Tatum in the first quarter set the tone, and he's going to have space to do work, and we knew he was going to be better on the road.
Yeah, I thought his aggressiveness was off the charts, even though it still hasn't shot a efficient game to where when you look at it and saying, he was super efficient tonight in getting his paper. He still got his paper when we needed to. I thought his aggressiveness did set the tone, like Scal said. I'm gonna give some flowers to another guy that came in and played 11 minutes, hasn't played in the last 2 games, was Xavier Tillman. Came in and gave us great minutes on the defensive end, was able to knock down a corner 3, rebounded the basketball. He had 4 rebounds. I thought his rebounds were tough rebounds, especially in the time that we needed them. So you talk about Jason Tatum being aggressive the way he was, man. I think he set the tone. Jaylen Brown set the tone. Our stars set the tone for tonight.
Jaylen Brown, by the way, being aggressive is what resulted in Luka Doncic fouling out in this game with 4+ minutes to go. Jaylen Brown with 30 points as well, so a 30-30 game here from the Jays. But you saw in transition, he just decided, I'm going to attack Luka. He's got 5 fouls. Obviously, the play is challenged, and it stands as a block in that situation. So Luka fouls out, but that was all Jaylen just attacking.
Smart play. Jaylen probably attacked thinking Luka. He attacked him on the post to give him his 5th foul, then attacked him in transition the very next possession to give him his 6th foul. So that's a smart play. I was surprised that Luka would go and try to make a risky play play like that with 5 fouls, given the circumstances.
And it's the same thing we talk about, right? It's talk about basketball IQ. Not saying that he doesn't have a high basketball IQ, but right there is probably one of the lowest. Think about it. Right there at the end of the first quarter, right? We talked about that.
Yeah.
They had an opportunity for a 2-for-1, doesn't take it, comes down too fast, and gives the Celtics the opportunity and brings us right back in the game. So, I mean, at the end of it all, man, I just think that we're the better team. Now, it's still one more to go. We've never seen a team come back from 0-3, but I've seen weirder things happen in the sports world. So I'm not going to say this thing is over, but if we continue to play the way that we play on both sides of the ball, with that sense of urgency, with attention to detail, I don't see how the Dallas Mavericks beat the Boston Celtics, because I felt like finally Kyrie showed up, right, and gave up.
He did.
Was fantastic. And I thought that first quarter, I'm going to tell you that, I thought the first quarter, if you were just looking at it and hearing it, you would think it was dominated by the Dallas Mavericks. And you look up and you were only down 1 point. And to me, I was like, oh, they're in trouble.
Yeah, that goes to what Eddie was just saying about Luka Doncic. Like, did not manage the end of the first to end of the second very well. Like, when you're a championship level team, you have to manage the clock. They took a shot with 37 seconds to go. We went down and ended up getting a 2-for-1 out of it. Like, those things kill you. You had to sit on that ball for 5 more seconds. So when you watch that first quarter, the Dallas Mavericks dominated 8 minutes of that quarter, but you have to dominate the whole quarter. Celtics only down by 1. Then you go into halftime and you look at it and you think, well, Dallas Mavericks are playing probably the best basketball they've played, and they're only up by 1 at that point. So it's I just thought a very good job across the board of just understanding the game and giving it what it needs, but also managing the game. And I give Joe Mazzulla a lot of credit for that.
We do got to give Joe Mazzulla. He called a timely timeout, I thought, late in the game right there. We got the rebound. But then also, let me say this. Remember, I kept saying that everybody's going to say, oh, Kyrie got to get going because Luka has it going. I mean, they took 55 shots.
Did they really?
It ain't that many. It ain't that much more shots for the rest of the team. And if you're asking for the role players, because that's what everybody's asking, right? They're saying, Luka's doing everything. Can Kyrie step up? And can the role players show up? They're going to be better at home. Not when they taking 28 and 27 shots. They're getting minimal opportunities. And when they get those opportunities, there is no rhythm. You know, it's not a lot of guys that could just come in the game, catch and shoot, and be ready to go right away. Yeah. You got to get a lather. Sometimes you got to knock down shots or see something go in. Or it's different ways for guys to get going. They don't have knockdown shooters. I don't know why everybody keep acting like Dallas Mavericks have just these knockdown shooters over there. They don't have that. So they have to have guys that are involved. And if you've taken half of your shots, more than half of your shots, with 2 players, nobody's in rhythm.
55 shots from those 2 guys, 31 from everybody else combined. 55 and 31.
That ain't it. That ain't going to get it done.
All right, let's head back inside the American Airlines Center. Abby Chin standing by. She's got Xavier Tillman.
Xavier, what a game. What did it feel like to get your first minutes in the NBA Finals?
It felt amazing. It felt amazing. I feel like all the preparation that I've gone through, you know, I was ready for my moment whenever it was needed, and it felt amazing.
When did you find out that you would be playing in this game?
Like literally when we got here and they said KP's not going to be able to go, yeah.
What was your mentality when you touched the floor?
I play my game. You know, my game is defense. My game is communicating. My game is setting screens. My game is hitting corner threes. So that's just me playing my game.
How did it feel to knock down the 3?
It felt good. It best was talking trash, but I was ready.
That's amazing. How did you guys keep your composure after Dallas almost made it all the way back from 21 points down?
Yeah, we're built for it. We've gone through a lot of adversity this season. You know, we're built for those tough moments, and I feel like it's more important than ever to just stay together in those tough moments. And, you know, Al was bringing us together, telling everybody to take a deep breath. We're good. And it's a 3-point game, and everybody took a deep breath, and we're ready to go.
You guys are 1 win away from the NBA championship. How does that sound?
Sounds good. We're not satisfied, though. We know they're going to try to punch us in the mouth tomorrow early, so we got to be ready to go.
Congratulations.
In 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. You got it. X, thank you so much. Congrats.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tillman. Again, Eddie brought it up. He had 11 minutes coming off the bench, played great defense.
No, he had 11 big minutes.
Yeah, 11 big minutes. Okay, fine. 11 big minutes. Sam Hauser had 14 huge minutes as well, because not just hitting the 3 threes that you brought up, but also Sam Hauser defensively. Eddie, you've been fighting for him to get more credit for his defense, and it seemed like those guys coming off the bench did a great job.
It's funny because